Hey guys, the coronavirus sucks, but we can still grow together. Thank you for joining me for the first episode. I really want to just talk about my health journey, physical health journey, and hopefully bring you some value if you're on that journey or you're thinking about going on and maybe you've fallen too many times and you think it's not possible. So here's my thing. For the last 6 weeks that we've been in this coronavirus, and honestly about the last 6-7 months, I've been working hard to include some physical activity. And now it's been harder than ever because I wake up and I work from home and everything is just at home. And I'm sure that definitely you're facing the same thing. Gyms are closed, everything is closed. But what I really want to talk about is, why did I want to start working out in the first place? You see, there was a bunch of nights and days that I kept waking up where the body I was waking up to just wasn't something I was proud of. And so I would wake up and I would look in the mirror and I wouldn't be happy with what I saw. And when I would be dancing, I'd be out of breath a lot. And even, if I had a choice between an escalator and taking stairs at Empress Loblaws, where our school is, I'd avoid the stairs. And I just kept noticing that I kept hedging, and I'm not proud of the vehicle that I'm using, that I'm traveling in. So I tried doing the massive thing of like going intensive workouts and making these big promises and be like 30-day challenge and 20-day challenge this. And sometimes I'd hit it, especially in the days if I'd post it all publicly and then I'm like, I can't let everyone down. But I kept falling back. And I was trying to understand why. And I think, the deeper thing for all of us of why we keep coming back to the place that we don't want to be at, that we haven't really made the decision. Deep down, I was looking for quick fixes. And I think that's the thing. I keep coming to the conclusion that there is no quick fix for me, whether I'm 65, 75, or 85, that maybe I could be even stronger than I am now. That it is just a way of life. And when I used to think like that, that overwhelmed me. I'm like, well, how do I get everything fixed? How do I do that? And the thing that's under it, I think that holds us most back is we don't trust our own word. Because that's what I struggled with. There were so many days that I'd be like, I'm going to hit the gym. And I'd wake up and I wouldn't want to hit the gym, or I wouldn't want to do the push-ups. And so, I find that it's easier to keep our promises to others. Like if we promise something to others, but when we try to keep our own promises, it's easier to let ourselves down. Because in the end, we let ourselves off the hook. And I would do that with me. So before I give you any tips on how you can have more physical activity in your life right now, what I really just want to say is, first decide the bigger why. More than the 7-8 more pounds that I want to lose. And then when I get there, it'll be like 45 pounds I've lost, which is insane. More than that, it's why? Why is this important? Why are you still listening to this video and you want to just have a stronger body? And then really hone in on that. I think 2, that's really important is, don't push yourself down on all the moments that you've dropped the ball. That doesn't have to define you. And 3, because I'm trying to learn to build trust with my own word again, instead of saying like, I'm going to do 30 push-ups for 30 days and whatever, and then as soon as I imagine it, I'm like, oh, girl, I don't want to do this, and just hating it. I've noticed that I won't make it to 30 days. And maybe I will, and then I'll just not care about it. You want to create a life and a schedule and discipline, especially at the beginning, that you can look forward to, that you don't hope you're going to hit. So if you're going into it already and you're like, I hope I hit this, it's done. It's done. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work because it's never worked for me. It doesn't. Because what we really need to do is build a reputation with ourselves of trust, that when we say something is actually important and we believe it, we follow through. It's the consistency. And logically, I always get that. Consistency. Just do it consistently. I can't do it consistently. I'm not motivated. Motivation is the problem. Gyms are closed. That's the problem. No, those are all excuses I've noticed that I've said to myself. Like watching this video, watching something and being super inspired, awesome. But that inspiration doesn't last because there's the grind. There's the work. And so you want to start to build trust by having grind that you can on some level look forward to honestly to yourself. And that may mean just once a day doing 3 push-ups and that's it. But just doing it consistently in a way that you're not going to massively grow. One, on the easy days you'll look forward to, and on the hard days you can push yourself through. But if you're already creating whatever schedule, whatever app you get, whatever it is, and you're dreading it already, you hate it on such a massive level, and your reputation so far has been you've picked something up and you dropped it, you picked something up, if you dropped it like I have, it's a losing battle. And then I'm back in the same place. So with that said, if you know your why, if you can be forgiving of your, with that said, if you know your why, if you can be forgiving of yourself all the times that you haven't hit it, that you're not there yet. And 3, realize it's not a lack of motivation, but it's picking something that you look forward to, biting off, and then you can always raise the bar. Here are some ways to have more activity. 1, follow me on Instagram. I do a 10-minute dance challenge, right? So I do salsa, bachata, salsa, and if at least you know your basics, you can follow, but that's a consistent thing. I have 32 videos up, so it's a quick thing, dancing, funness, that you can just put in. First thing you do, you wake up, put it 10 minutes. Lunchtime, put it 10 minutes before you eat lunch, and just have it consistently, a 10-minute commitment. And it's fun, and it's dancing. 1. 2, there are many apps you can get. I use the there. 2, there are a lot of apps out there, and you want the simplest one with the smallest commitment. So I think there is 6-pack in 60 days. I think one of the apps that I use, and there's 3 modes. And what it does for you is it gives you, like, day by day, you just click on it. It gives you your workout. They're about 8 to 9 minutes, and you just do them. And you have 3 days you're working, 1 day rest, and you just knock it off, knock it off, knock it off. What you want is easy consistency. So there's a ton of apps. There's no one app, but you want something that you look forward to doing on some level. It could be legs, doesn't matter. Just want to build that reputation with yourself. And 3, accountability is great, and going to a friend saying, here's the goal I want to hit. The only thing I'll tell you is you want to pick, the only thing I'll tell you is, so the only thing and 3 is accountability with others, whether it's reaching out to a friend, a family member, maybe just posting online. It definitely helped me. So I've been posting my weight on Instagram every single day, the worst, the best. And it's been great in that way. It's a small part. It's not everything. Ultimately, you got to focus on your why. You got to be forgiving yourself when you slip up. You gotta build trust with yourself. But that has helped me, and that can help you on your fitness journey. So if you pick 5-minute push-ups, if you pick dancing with Alex or whatever it is, and doing it consistently, that little bit helps. Just the only thing I'll give you kind of an asterisk about is make sure that whoever you pick, if you pick a person, that their standards are higher than yours for fitness, if that's what you want to get better at. Because if you go to someone whose standards are lower and you're trying to improve, when you slip up, those people, nothing against them, but what they'll do unconsciously is because their standards are lower, what they'll do is say, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it, hey, maybe it was too hard, and they'll tell you to drop it, and then you believe them, which is not great. So definitely pick someone who's just has a higher standard for fitness, and again, or whatever you care about. So those are my 3 tips. 1, join me for the dance videos. 2, there's a ton of apps. Pick a basic app. Don't have to spend money, whatever it is, but something you could do daily that you'd look forward to. And 3, accountability, whether posting online or whatever, consistently. But what you're looking for is consistency. And then, I don't know, on day 5, on day 20, you just start to see this transformation. Because the magic was you kept your word to yourself, and now you respect yourself more. I love you.